Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Coffee here, and today we're back with another crochet tutorial. I figured since it's springtime, I would show you how to make an adorable little springtime motif. It is a daisy granny square. So it's a granny square with a little flower, which is a daisy in the center of it. So you're going to need a couple of things for this project. The first thing you're going to need is 3 different types of yarn. So you're going to need a color for your petals, which I have this beautiful yellow. You're going to need a color for the center of the flower, which is going to be this beautiful light brown color. And then we're of course going to need something for the granny square itself, which is going to be this light raspberry color. These are all Red Heart Super Saber yarns. Next thing you're going to need is a pair of scissors to trim off your colors, and then of course a crochet hook, which mine is a 5.5 millimeter coming to us from Furls Crochet. Okay, now the first thing you're going to do is grab that one you're using for the center color for the flower, and you're going to make a magic circle. Okay, once you get your magic circle, you're going to chain 2. So 1, 2, okay? And then we are going to do 12 double crochets. So this counts, doesn't count for anything, okay? This is just our start. So we're gonna do 12 double crochets in the magic circle. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's try that one again. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now once you get your 12, you're going to of course count to make sure you have 12, and then we're going to take our tail and pull it so that it's nice and tight, so it closes up that circle. And then we are going to slip stitch our last stitch onto the first double crochet of the start. So not in the chains that you made, but that first double crochet. So we're going to slip stitch right in there. We're going to do a slip stitch like that. And then we're going to trim our tails, okay? We're already trimming tails. So we're going to trim off the tails just like that. And what I like to do is I like to take this one and pull it through just to kind of knot it off so that you don't have to worry about it coming loose, okay? And then what you can do is you're going to take your hook and you're going to weave your tail into the stitches. That's just to hide it, okay? So we're just going to go back and forth. We're going to just weave it in. If you have a Dorney needle, you can do that with the Dorney needle as well. You can sew it back and forth, but this is just easier because you already have this stuff right here, and it only takes a few minutes. It'll probably take you longer to get the Dorney needle. So we're just going to weave it back and forth in our stitches. Just back and forth. And once you get to a certain point, if you're tired of weaving or like going back and forth, you can just trim it off, because once it's in there, it should be fine. So we have it in there enough, so we're going to trim again, and it should get hidden with everything else. And I'm going to pull this tight one more time just to make sure it's nice and tight, and then I'm just going to trim that off a little bit, and I'll worry about that little tail later. Okay, so your project so far should look like this. It should just be the center of that flower, okay? All right, so once you get to this part, if you need to stop, pause, rewind, fast forward, do what you need to do. This tutorial is here for you. This is not a race, and we all crochet at our own pace, okay? So once you get to this part here, The next thing you're going to do is going to grab that color for your petals. What color is your petals going to be? My petals are going to be yellow, okay? So I have this beautiful yellow color here that I'm going to use for the petals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick any one. You can pick any one of the stitches. You're just going to go up underneath a stitch like you're about to do a stitch. You're going to add your color. Now, I'm not doing a slip stitch and all that other stuff. I'm just going to throw it on top of there. And I'm going to pull it through just like this, okay? When I pull it through, I'm going to pull that tail down, hold on to it, and then I'm going to chain 3, okay? 1, 2, and 3, okay? So then you have a chain 3 on your center part for your flower. Now, this is where the fun starts. Now we're going to do 2 more triple crochets. Now, triple crochets are going to be a little bit different than a double crochet. So you're going to yarn over twice. And in that same stitch, we're going to insert, yarn over, pull that through. So now you should have 4 loops on your hook. We are going to pull through 2 of those loops. And then we're going to pull through 2 more of those loops. And it should look like this. So you should have the chain 3 here, and then the first triple crochet right here, okay? Once you get to this part, you're going to yarn over twice again. And in that same stitch, you're going to go back down into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now, once you get to this part, you should see 3 loops on your hook. And that's only because you're just now starting this. So you should have 3 loops on your hook on the start of your first petal, okay? Now, when you get to this part, you're going to yarn over and then pull through all 3 of those loops. So it looks just like that because you want it to come to kind of like a point at the top because it's a petal. So got it coming into a point right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Once you chain 3, we're going to go on to the next stitch. Now, you're going to do one of these petals in each stitch, okay? So let's keep going. Let me make sure I got you down so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to yarn over twice. So we are in this stitch here, so we're going to go into this next stitch right here. So we're going to go right here. Inside the stitch, we're going to yarn over. We're going to pull that through. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. We're going to yarn over again, pull through 2 more loops to the point where there's only 2 loops on your hook. That's where you want to keep that there before you yarn over 2 more times. Into the same stitch, like literally into the same stitch. You're going to yarn over, pull through. So now you should have 5 loops on your hook at this point. Okay? Make sure you have 5. 3, 4, 5. So then we're going to yarn over. We're going to pull through 2 of those loops. We're going to yarn over again, pull through 2 more of those loops. Okay? So now we should have something that looks like this. 3 loops on your hook. We have the 2 triple crochets here, and then that petal with the chain 3 is going to be over here chilling. Okay, don't worry about that right now. And then once more, because we want 3 petals in each loop, we're going to yarn over twice more into the same stitch. Yarn over, pull up, yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. Now remember, the yarn overs are only going through 2 until you get to this point. Now, from here on out, all the rest of your loops should come like this. Now you should see 4. And you're seeing 4 because you have that chain 3 from the previous petal, and then the 3 on your hook for the 3 petals for this particular stitch. Once you get to the 4 loops, you're going to pull through all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you pull through all 4, you're then going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. We are going to repeat this, like 10 more times? So we're going to repeat this 10 more times. So each stitch is going to get 3 of these triple crochets, okay? So we're just going to keep going here. We're going to go the whole way around. Remember, it's yarn over twice before you start that stitch because this is a triple, not a double. Once you get to the 4, go through all 4. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? I'm going to slow this next one down for you to follow along with me. We're going to yarn over twice. into that next stitch. We're going to yarn over, pull through. Now you should have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, go through 2 of those loops, yarn over, go through 2 more of those loops, and then stop it there when you have that triple crochet post. And then we're going to yarn over 2 more times, and we're going to repeat that again. Go through 2, go through 2, so that we get 3 loops on the hook now. We're going to yarn over 1 more time or 2 more times, go into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's going to complete that 3rd post, and now we should have 4 loops on our hook, which we're going to yarn over and pull through all 4, and then we're going to do our chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so you're going to continue this pattern the entire way around until you get back to the beginning of your petals, okay? So we're just gonna, I'm not gonna fast forward it. I'm just gonna go at this speed with you guys. Again, you can fast forward it if you want to, but I'm gonna go at the same speed as you guys so you can see that this is not a race. I don't want it to sped up in case you need to watch what I'm doing or something. So I'm gonna keep going until we get to the end of the petal. So we're just gonna do this the whole way around. I'm just going to move a little bit faster now, where I won't speed it up. I'll just go at my normal speed of crocheting. You just have to be careful, because if you're like me and you're not used to doing a triple crochet stitch, it's easy to fall back into doing a double. So make sure that you're doing that double yarn over before you begin your stitches here. We have our 3 petals. 1, 2, 3. So that double yarn over is very important, because that's how you're going to get the long post to make it look like flower petals, okay? So then we're going to go into the next stitch, which is trying to come up. So underneath here, like this. Got the 3 on the hook there. Yarn over twice again, go in, come out. And that's just the tail, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just the tail coming out, and you can hide that again by just weaving it in, or you can just trim that off. I'll just trim that off so it's not in my way. There we go. And then we're gonna yarn over, do 2, yarn over, do 2. We have 4 on our hook. We're gonna yarn through all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So I guess this is kind of looking like a sunflower more than a daisy, but you'll get it. You'll get it. So let's keep going. We have a couple more left to do. Go through 2, go through 2, double yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, go through 2, go through 2 until you have 3 on your hook here. 1 more time into the same stitch. Now each petal is worked into the same stitch. It's not worked in different stitches. And then of course when you get the 4 on your hook, you're going to pull it through. And then we're going to chain 3. Trying to untangle my yarn here. Here we go. And we're just going to keep going until we get back to the beginning of our flower. You just got to remember to make sure you're going into the same stitch. Make sure you're yarning over twice. And make sure not to complete the triple crochet. You're going to keep it where there's just 2 loops left on the hook after that first one. And then keep going until you have it like this, where there's 4. And then we're going to go through all 4 of them. And then chain 3. So we have a couple more left, so let's get through these couple last ones. If you hear that noise, that is the wind blowing outside. It is currently blowing snow, which is funny because this is, you know, springtime. But where I live, it snows until like June, so it's okay. It's okay, don't worry about it. So we're gonna do it like this. We're having some high winds today. And then 1, 2, 3. We're getting almost back to the beginning there. One more time in here. So we get the 4 on the loop, and then we're going to go through all 4, chain 3. And that chain 3 is going to be important for when you're making your square. Okay, and then yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, go through 2, go through 2, yarn over twice, insert, go through 2, go through 2. So we have 3 on the hook, and then we're going to go do that one more time until we have 4 on the hook. Once we get to that 4, of course, we're going to pull through all of them, and then chain 3. And then we're going to go in this one here. Yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, go through 2, go through 2. And then one last time here. We're going to yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, go through 2, and then go through 2, just like that. Then we're going to go through all 4. We're going to chain 3, 2, and 3. Now, when you get to the end here, the first thing you're going to do is count to make sure you have 12 petals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have all 12 of our petals, and now we're going to connect it. So we're going to connect it by going to this first double crochet right here at the top here. So we're going to slip stitch it right into there. Okay? So slip stitch. And then that's what your flower should look like. Okay? Now I'm going to take and do like I did with the previous row. We're going to snip off a little tail. We're going to pull that tail through the last loop. And then we're going to pull it tight. So it just makes a little knot for it. So there is your flower. So take your time. Feel free to pause, stop, rewind the video if you need to get to this point. And then we're going to do the little square around it. All right? All right. So now it's time for our last color, which for me is going to be this beautiful light raspberry color. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a chain space. So you should have not only 12 petals, but also 12 spaces. So 1, 2, sorry, we're going to start where the tail is to keep track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have our 12 spaces, okay, because that's really important for making this a square. So what we're going to do is we're going to join, just like we did with the yellow, we're going to join this one right here. So we're just going to pull it through, and then we are going to chain 4 right here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have our chain 4 here. Okay. And then in the next chain space, we're going to do 3 double crochets. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Once you did those 3 double crochets, you're going to chain 1. So chain 1. Now we're going to take a second to review what we just did. So we joined our third color here on this stitch, or in this chain space. And then in the next chain space, we did our 3 double crochets. Okay. So you're going to join in one chain space, and then in the next chain space, you're going to do your first cluster of double crochets. So 3 double crochets, and then you're going to chain 1. Now, in this next one, we're going to be making the corner, okay? So in this next chain space right here, this is where our corner is going to be. So what we're going to do is 3 triple crochets. So remember, triples are different than the doubles, so make sure you yarn over twice. We're going to do 3 triple crochets here. Oop, hold on, let me do that last one again. Go through 2, go through 2. So you have 4 on your loop, and then go through all 4. And then we're going to chain 2. 1, 2, and then you're going to do that again. So you're going to do, sorry, I'm trying to pull yarn out. So you're going to do 3 triple crochets in the same chain space, okay? So make sure you don't forget to chain 2, and then we're going to do the 3 triple crochets again. 2, and this is going to form your corner, okay? And then 3. Once you get to 4 on your hook, you're going to go through all 4, just like that. And then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to go into the next one, and we're going to do 3 double crochets here, okay? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we're going to do 3 more double crochets in the next chain space. So chain 1, and then do 3 more double crochets here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now this is going to be a corner, so this next one's going to be a corner. So it's going to be corner, 2 clusters of double crochet, and then corner. So for the corners, we're doing triple crochets. So yarn over twice, pull through, go through 2 here, yarn over twice, go in, come out, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, just like that. And then one more time, go through 2 till you have 4. Then we're going to finish off all 4, and then we're going to chain 2. That's going to help us with the turn there. And then we are going to do 3 more triple crochets to keep forming that corner. Go through 2, and then go through all 4. And then we're going to chain 1. And then in the next 2 chain spaces, you're going to do the 3 double crochets, okay? Don't forget your chain 1, and then go into the next space and do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, oh, hold on. Let's try that again. Oh, see, I tried to do a triple. Double crochets, double crochets. 2, and 3. Once you do the 3, you're going to chain 1, and then go into the next space and do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So you should have something that's starting to look like this. Okay, so you should have 2 corners, and then these 2 clusters of double crochets, and now these 2. So this one here is going to be our next corner. So I'm going to pull out some yarn so I don't have to keep pulling it off the thing here. So the next one is going to be our corner. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 3 triple crochets, chain 2, 3 triple crochets, all in this next chain space, okay? So first off, our 3 triple crochets. So we're going to go in here, do our triple crochets quick. 2, and 3. And then once you get those on there, you're going to do like that. Chain 2, because that's going to form your corner. And then 3 more triple crochets in that same chain space. So there's 4 on your loop. You're going to do it like that. That's going to form your corner. And you're going to chain 1. And then in these next 2 spaces, you're going to do your 3 double crochet clusters. So just your double crochets. Don't forget your chain 1 before you start the clusters of double crochets. Two. And 3. Chain 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Of course, we're going to do our chain 1. Bloop. And then of course we're going to do in this next space, because we did our 2 clusters of double crochets, we're going to do our next corner right here. So the triple crochets again. So 3 triple crochets, chain 2, 3 triple crochets. So let's go. This is our last corner. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. You're about to have a beautiful little motif. Once you get 4 on there, you're going to go through all 4, chain 2, and then 3 more triple crochets in that same space. There's 2, and then the last one here. And you got the 4 on there. We're just going to do it just like this. And then we're going to chain 1. And then we're back where we started from. So where we joined that first of chain 4, we're back there. So because we're back there, what we're going to do is we are going to do 2 double crochets into that space, okay? Because that chain counted as your first double crochet. So we're going to do 1, 2, and then we're going to join this right here in that first double crochet at the top here to form that together, just like that. And what you should have should be this. So you should have 4 corners. And it's okay if it like comes up a little bit or if it looks a little bit rounded. You do have your 4 corners here. So your 4 corners are right here. So if you would like to like, you know, pin this so that it stays as a square or whatnot, there you have it. There's your square. And of course, to finish this off, what I like to do is I like to slip stitch all the way across to the next chain space. Once I get here, I'm going to trim off my tail, weave that through there like this. You can use any tie-off method you want. And there you have it. Isn't it adorable? So again, you have your granny square flower motif. And you can pin it so that it stays like this if you would like. And of course, if you're making a blanket or something, it will stretch it out a little bit. So that is our tutorial for today. What do you guys think? Isn't that adorable? It's a great little pattern for the springtime. Perfect timing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you need the written instructions for any of my crochet videos as of this year, you're going to look in the description box. I say this year because when I was first starting, it was crazy. Anyways, look in the description box of the video and that's going to have the written instructions in there for you in in case you are not just a visual, but in case you're not like a visual learner and you'd like to have like an actual little pattern, it's going to be down in the description box. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. If you did and were able to accomplish making this beautiful little motif, feel free to tag me on social media at Just Miss Coffee on Instagram, Miss Coffee over on Facebook, or in my Facebook group Crafters Anonymous, or in our Discord in the fiber arts section. You can find me all these places, and all those places are listed down in the description box of this video as well. So with that said, I must now bid you adieu, but not before reminding you that it's hard out here in these crafty streets. Please remember to drink your water, take your meds, and be kind to others, because you never know what somebody else is going through. Be courteous because it's the right thing to do, and always stay cool. And whether I see you in YouTube land or I see you on Twitch, either way, I'll see you when I see you. Bye guys.